Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. If you like the content, hit the subscribe button, leave a like down below. This is the last week to earn that copy of WWE 2K25, the standard edition. Make sure you check out the giveaway video for all the details, and I also have all the details listed in the description down below. The 14th is the cutoff. Our goal was to get to 5,000 subscribers. We're super close. We should be able to make it. Anyway, so on to the video. I wanted to talk about Showcase mode. There's a lot of stuff I like about the mode this year, and a lot of stuff I don't. So basically the good and bad. So let's get into the good first, and then we'll talk about the bad stuff. Alright, so I know I've been pretty negative on the game this year, but that's mostly because of all the bugs and glitches, Creation Suite not being functional like I was hoping. There's a lot of good stuff in there if they can get a patch to the Creation Suite. You still can't layer face paint. All the creation parts that I have purchased, I haven't tested all of them, so I can't say all, but all the creation parts I have personally tested cannot be changed. In other words, you can't change the color or customize it, put logos, nothing on any of the stuff that you unlock that you have to pay extra for on the island. But with a few patches here and there, I feel like they could really turn it around and bring 2K25 into being one of the best entries in the franchise history. So let's hope by the 14th, which is the official release, we get a freaking patch that just fixes everything. We'll have to wait and see. Anyway, so Showcase mode, the good and bad. Let's start with the good. The good, first thing that I like is all the real footage is used to set up the match with Paul Heyman. Paul Heyman is the GOAT, okay? They should have Paul Heyman do every single one of these. He fires you up and gets you ready for the match so well that you're like, oh man, I'm gonna murder this guy because he fires you up. Imagine having him in the back or having him talk to you before you go to work for the day or do anything for the day. Let's say you're about to start your workout and he sits there and fires you up. You're gonna kill that workout. Paul Heyman is a master at speaking. And I'm so happy that he's in this game. He really pretty much makes this mode like it's good, and he amplifies it to like amazing, if that makes sense. So love Paul Heyman, one of the greatest of all time. It's gonna suck when he retires because we don't have another manager or anything like that. He's the last great manager. I don't think we're ever gonna have another one like him. Anyway, so number 2, no more slingshot mechanics taking you out of the match. It's all in-game cutscenes, and there's the ones I played. I haven't finished the entire mode yet, but I played quite a few matches. It's not like intrusive, right? It feels like it's part of the match, where it would take you out of the match and show the real footage. That kind of like, I felt like it broke up the match and broke up the immersion a little bit. I like the cutscenes much better. Save the footage for beginning of the match, setting it up so you can replay it, and then if you want, you can have footage after the match. But during the match, yeah, it's kind of cool on paper, but then half the time you'd be sitting there like, okay, I'm just watching this now, I'm not really playing it. So I really like how they got rid of the slingshot mechanic, and it feels like you're more in control and more part of that historical moment in history. Number 3. The matches so far are much shorter, so they don't drag on unless you mess up and use a signature or finisher before the objective tells you to. So the only issues I've had with that, as far as like how matches are pretty quick, is that if you accidentally use, let's say, a signature or finisher, and then the next step is use a signature or finisher, and you've already used it up, you're like, crap, and then you got to rebuild it back up. That's the only issues I've seen with that. But other than that, the matches are pretty quick, concise. Objective lists are boom, 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 really fast. I don't feel dragged out, kind of like they did in the last couple of games. So I like that about it. Number 4. This mode has some awesome unlocks this year. With the entire Bloodline family and all the unlocks, there's creation parts, there's wrestlers, there's arenas, there's championships. There's tons of stuff to unlock in this mode. I am a little bummed that the accelerator didn't just unlock everything, but they put so much time and effort into this mode, they want you to play through it. So I understand that, but we'll get to an issue I have with that later on. Number 5, the match selection this year is great because they're all matches that I'm pretty sure we haven't played in a mode like this ever. Like, they highlighted matches like Yokozuna's match, like the whole bloodline, everybody, all the match selections and everything, the what ifs, all that stuff. It's really unique and it's different, and I like that because usually it's let's say it's one of Hogan's matches when he slammed Andre, or it's all the matches that everybody knows about. They don't usually go out of the realm of that. So they did a really good job this year picking matches that a lot of people probably don't even know about because they're happened so long ago. And it has my favorite WrestleMania arena ever, which is the one that looks like a Roman, Greek mythology themed. Freaking awesome. All right. Now, and I guarantee you 90% of you will only focus on this. And this is the bad. So I did say some good. I like the mode, but there are some things I don't like about the mode. All right, here we go. Number 1. Timed objectives can be a pain, and if you miss the timed objective, you have to redo all other objectives, including the timed one, for it to count as completed. You can't just play through and finish that one that you missed, the one timed objective. It's an all or nothing approach, which makes it very frustrating if you miss it. So what I mean by this is it has this objective list for every match, and let's say you missed, that's the only one you miss, is the timed one, because either they countered, or you just weren't in the right position, or you messed up and accidentally throw them outside the ring, like I did. I'm like, crap, no, throw them in the corner. I forget what match it was. But, so I went back just to do that, and then I hurry up and won. Nope. You have to complete all objectives in one playthrough, in order to count as it complete. So if you miss a couple, you have to go back and do all of them all over again to count as complete. And I think that's stupid, because this mode, a lot of people just want to play through it once and move on. You don't need replayability in this mode when your other modes are the modes that people are going to replay a lot. We're talking Universe, My GM, the Island if they fix it, Exhibition. I mean, My Rise has multiple playthroughs. We don't need another mode that we have to play through 20,000 times to unlock stuff. I'm not saying it's that difficult. I'm just saying frustration starts to kick in when stuff like that is in the game. All right, now to piggyback off of that, lots of unlocks are tied to completing all objectives. I believe it was last year where certain objectives unlocked certain items. This year they made it to where to unlock anything that is required from completing the objectives, you have to complete all objectives for that match in order to unlock the stuff. And in one of the matches where it's young Rocky Maivia versus Triple H or Hunter Hearst Helmsley, you have to complete all objectives. Now that match isn't very difficult to do so, but I'm just giving you an example. Like once you get to the ladder match, that one's a pain. I have yet to complete that one all the way through because it's so many variables that can happen. Having a timed objective or an objective you can easily miss, it just infuriates you. So hopefully next year timed objectives go bye-bye, because I hate them currently. Now, number 3, and this is the last one, is the commentary. I don't know if it's just me, but the commentary is horrible for the mode. It doesn't feel natural at all, and it kind of takes you out of the match because those guys they weren't there during those matches. So it's one of those things where it would have been cool if they could have brought JR and Jerry King Lawler, or King Lawler, whatever. It would have been awesome if they could have brought them back to do those matches, or Jesse Ventura, because he's in the game, and I know they can't get Vince because Vince is no longer with the company. But I don't know, they could have get people that sound like them. I don't know, it just, when you hear Corey Graves and Michael Cole, Michael Cole's been around forever, but I don't know, the time frame, like it doesn't feel right, and it kind of takes you out of the match a little bit. Maybe that's just to me, and I hope by pointing it out I don't ruin the mode for you. But I don't know, I would just turn off the commentary, but by doing that, you also turn off the commentary at the beginning of the matches, so you can't win. So you could either watch the match or the real footage at the beginning of the match, right before the match starts, and then exit out, go turn it off, skip it. That way you get the full experience. It's just, I don't know. I don't like the commentary. I usually turn it off for the offline modes because in the last 4 games, I swear to God, Corey Graves says the same thing for every match. Like, he's on his high horse, or effervescence. If I ever hear him say effervescence again, I'm putting the game into drywall, even though it's digital. So, those are my likes and dislikes for this year's showcase mode. Some good, some bad. I have yet to fully complete the mode as of the making of this video, but I got a pretty good idea of what the mode is all about. As always, thank you for watching, and stay frosty.